Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're thinking about love and relationships, poetry, and I'm going to be providing you with a guide to Eden Rock by Charles Causley. Before we get going, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are plenty of things on the channel to help you get exam ready. Okay, my guide to Eden Rock. We're going to start by thinking about the poem and what it's about. So the speaker recollects a childhood memory of time spent with parents at a fictional place called Eden Rock, which is romanticised and idyllic. The relationship the family have is strong, and the speaker remembers the images of his parents. It ends with him needing to cross some water to reach them, which can be viewed as a metaphor for living on without them. Quick reading of the poem now from me, and then we're going to think about the analysis of it. Eden Rock by Charles Causley. They're waiting for me somewhere beyond Eden Rock. My father, 25, in the same suit of genuine Irish tweed. His terrier Jack, still 2 years old and trembling at his feet. My mother, 23, in a sprigged dress drawn at the waist, ribbon in her straw hair, has spread the stiff white cloth over the grass. Her hair, the colour of wheat, takes on the light. She pours tea from a thermos, the milk straight from an old HP sauce bottle, a screw of paper for a cork, slowly sets out the same 3 plates, the tin cups painted blue. The sky whitens as if lit by 3 suns. My mother shades her eyes and looks my way, over the drifted stream. My father spins a stone along the water, leisurely. They beckon to me from the other bank. I hear them call. See where the stream path is. Crossing is not as hard as you might think. I'd not thought it would be like this. Eden Rock by Charles Causley. So now we'll think about what we need to do in the exam. So this is how you structure response. Your first paragraph tells us how your 2 poems relate to the theme named in the question. Tell us what they're about, but be concise. So you need a few sentences, 2 or 3, about each of the poems. Here's what that looks like for Eden Rock. In Eden Rock, Causley writes about his memories of his parents who have passed on. The poem is nostalgic and recalls time spent as a family at a place called Eden Rock. The speaker's crossing of water to reach his parents could be a metaphor for living without them. So once we've done that, we then move on to thinking about the structure. So your second paragraph tells us about the structure in each of the poems. Can you make a comment on the rhyme scheme or metre of each poem? Here's what that looks like for Eden Rock. The poem has use of half rhyme, which creates an uncertain tone and reflects the difficulties living life beyond the lives of your parents can cause, as if something is not quite complete or is missing. It also creates a sense of separation, reflected by the effect of the lines pulling away from one another. Once we've done that, it's time for us to move on to analysing the poem and thinking about key moments and quotes in the poem itself. So here in front of you is the only flashcard you should need for Eden Rock. We've talked about what the poem's about and the structure, that's there for you. And in yellow, you can see 4 key quotes. You only really need to know 4 for each of the 2 poems that you're going to be exploring, because in 45 minutes, using 8 or 9 quotes is quite ambitious as it stands. So you don't need to know every single line in the poem. We're going to go with these 4 to know. So they are waiting for me somewhere beyond Eden Rock. This is the opening of the poem, and it introduces the memory. But Eden Rock could be a metaphor for the ever after. The idea of the parents waiting for him could be an allusion to their meeting in the afterlife. We've got the sun whitens as if lit by 3 suns. So we've got this image of 3 suns, and it's fantastical. Something doesn't quite work here. And this reflects maybe the idea that the 3 of them as a family couldn't stay that way forever. Her hair, the colour of wheat, takes on light. So we've got the use of wheat here, and that elicits thoughts of summertime and joy. The idea of light could be used to allude to death and passing on. And the very last line of the poem is this line: I had not thought it would be like this. In a poem that uses caesura and jambon, this monostitch, a 1-line stanza at the end, has impact. Grieving them is very hard. Take it further. Write in full sentences to aid your revision. So you should know who the speaker is and what their frame of mind is in the poem. What's the key use of language in the poem and what does it communicate? You should know 4 quotes. What structure does the poem have and what effect does this have? What ideas about love and family relationships does the poem communicate? And what's the context of the poem? Check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content. Feel free to ask something you'd like to see me cover in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.